All right, let's dive into a topic that is absolutely critical for your exams: MIS evaluation and maintenance. Now, I know it sounds a little dry, but trust me, we're going to make it super simple and easy to remember. Let's get right into it. So, picture this: your company just spent a ton of money, lakhs, maybe even crores, on a shiny new management information system. It's supposed to make everything faster, better, smarter. But what happens after the launch party? Do you just let it sit there? No way. That'd be like buying a Ferrari and then just letting it rust in the garage. And that right there is the big idea for today. Think of an MIS as a high-performance car. You wouldn't expect a car to run forever without any service, right? It needs regular checkups, oil changes, and repairs. Well, an MIS is exactly the same. We're going to keep this car analogy going, so buckle up. So here's our game plan for today. First, we're doing the official inspection. That's MIS evaluation. Then we'll run the diagnostics to see how it's done. After that, we'll talk about why you even need maintenance in the first place, look at the four main types of service, and we'll wrap it all up with a blueprint for your exam. Let's go.
Okay, Section 1, the official inspection. So what in the world is MIS evaluation? Well, think back to our car. When you take it in for a checkup, the mechanic does a whole lot more than just kick the tires, right? They systematically check everything to make sure it's all working just the way it's supposed to. That's what evaluation is for an MIS.
So here's the definition you need to remember. MIS evaluation is the official process of checking a system's performance and figuring out how much value it's actually bringing to the company. You can just think of it as the system's annual health checkup. Super simple, and a perfect line for your exam paper. But why even bother with this checkup? Well, there are four really big reasons, and these are pure gold for an exam answer. Number one, you need to check if the system is actually doing what you bought it for. Two, you got to find out where it can be improved. Three, you need to justify the money you spent on it. And finally, you have to make sure it's actually helping the company's main goals, not hurting them. Okay, so we get what evaluation is and why we do it. But how? How do you actually do it? What are you looking for during this big health checkup? Well, it's time to pop the hood and run the diagnostics. This table is your best friend. It breaks down the four-point check perfectly. First up, we have technical performance. Is the system fast? Is it secure? Is it always online? That's like checking the car's engine health and its 0 to 100 speed. Next, economic. Are we getting our money's worth? What's the return on investment? This is basically the car's mileage. How efficient is it? Then, user satisfaction. Do people actually like using it? Is it easy or is it a headache? This is all about the driving experience. And finally, the big one, organizational impact. Is this system helping the company grow and succeed? Is our car actually winning any races? So how do you get this information? It's not magic. It's a pretty straightforward four-step process. You start by talking to the people who use the system every single day, through surveys and interviews. Then you literally watch the system in action to see how it performs in the real world. After that, you dig into the hard data, the performance reports. And finally, you do the math. You compare the costs versus the benefits. So, the evaluation is done, the health report is in our hands. What's next? You don't just file the report away. Just like with a car, you use that mechanic's report to actually perform a service. You fix what's broken and you tune what could be better. And this brings us right to our next big topic: MIS maintenance. So MIS maintenance is pretty much everything you do after the system goes live to keep it in peak condition. It's all about changing the system to fix bugs, make it run better, or help it keep up with new changes in the business world. Okay, everybody, listen up. This is a huge flashing light for your exams. A classic question you will almost definitely see is, what is the need of maintenance in MIS? And the answer is so simple. Without maintenance, any system, no matter how expensive, will eventually become slow, outdated, and totally useless. So let's look at the different kinds of maintenance that stop that from happening. And that brings us to another topic the examiners absolutely love. Just like your car has different kinds of service appointments, MIS maintenance is broken down into four key types. Let's get into them. This table lays it all out for you. First, we have corrective maintenance. This is reactive. A problem pops up, and you fix it. Simple. Your website's checkout button breaks, you fix it. This is like getting a flat tire and having to fix it on the spot. Second is adaptive maintenance. This is when the world outside your company changes and your system has to adapt. A new tax law like GST comes in, you have to update your software. Think of it as putting snow tires on your car for the winter. Third, perfective maintenance. This is all about making a good system even better. Maybe you make a report generate 50% faster. This is like tuning your car's engine to squeeze out a little more horsepower. And finally, my favorite, preventative maintenance. This is proactive care. You do things like regular data backups and security scans to stop problems before they even happen. This is your routine oil change.
Phew. All right, we've covered a ton of ground. We've gone through the inspection, which is evaluation, and the service, which is maintenance. Now let's put it all together in a quick exam blueprint. These are the key things you absolutely need to remember.
Okay, take a mental screenshot of this. For evaluation, you have to know its objectives and those 4 criteria: technical, economic, user satisfaction, and organizational impact. Got it? For maintenance, you need to understand why it's so important and know the 4 types: corrective, adaptive, perfective, and preventative. If you can explain these, you are in fantastic shape for this part of the exam.
So to wrap things up, I want to leave you with this question. We talked a lot about preventative maintenance for systems, but what about for you? What is one small, proactive thing you can do for your career right now, like learning a new coding skill or just updating your resume, that could prevent a problem down the road or open up a huge new opportunity? Just something to think about. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll catch you on the next one.